Hello, my name is Elijah Wells, and today the Oscar nominations came out, and let's just get on with it then. For Best Picture, there is The Father, The Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and A Trial of Chicago 7. I think, given how much buzz there's going into the movie, I think there's a lot of buzz is going to be Nomadland just to how much award presence is being at the moment for that particular movie as well, and the hype that's coming around with it when it is coming to Disney Plus in my country in a couple months time, I think. But yeah, I can't wait to see it. Only if I have a Disney Plus account. For Best Actress in Leading Role, there's Viola Davis for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Andre Day for United States vs. Billie Holiday, Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand for Nomadland, and Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. Yeah, I initially thought it was going to be Viola Davis, Ma Rainey Black Bottom, and Frances McDormand for Nomadland, but I am considering that Mulligan for Promising Young Woman could be for a win, so I am keeping an eye out on things, but I'm most likely giving it to Frances McDormand as of now, but I am keeping an eye on Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. For Best Actor in Leading Role, there's Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal, Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Button, Anthony Hopkins for The Father, and Gary Oldman for Mank, and Steven Yeun for Minari. And this is an important one because Steven Yeun has become the first ever Asian American actor to ever get an acting nomination for an Oscar for the movie Minari. But I think for the winner, it's going to be Chadwick Boseman and his posthumous performance in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which is on Netflix, which I do recommend you go see. And for Best Supporting Actor, there's Sacha Baron Cohen for The Trial of Chicago 7, Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah, Leslie Odom for One Night in Miami, Paul Risa for Sound of Metal, and Lakeith Stanfield for Judas and the Black Messiah. I think, given how much success that's going on, literally just only the past couple of weeks, I think it is, without any matter of doubt, it's going to go to Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah, since he is getting like an unbelievable amount of attention for his performance. For Best Actress in a Supporting Role, there's Maria Bakalova for Borat's subsequent movie film, Glenn Close for Hillbilly Elegy, Olivia Colman for The Father, Amanda Seyfried for Mank, and Yong Eun-jung for Minari. I am very pleased that Amanda Seyfried is nominated after being snubbed from the BAFTAs, and I'm a little bit complex that now Glenn Close is nominated for both a Razzie and an Oscar at the same time for Hillbilly Elegy, which is, what to say, a rather divisive movie, because people either really like it or really hate it. That's the impression I'm getting at the moment, even though it is directed by Ron Howard, who made some hits and made some hits. Like a recent miss being the Solo movie and the Da Vinci Code trilogy, but a major hit he did was the Beautiful Mind film, which I really like. I think it looks like look like maybe Olivia Colman might be winning this one, but it's kind of really early on. Over on to Best Director, there's Thomas Vinterberg for Another Round, David Fincher for Mank, Lee Isaac Chung for Minari, Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, and Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman. I think, again, it's another no matter of doubt. It's a pretty definite and solid win for Chloe Zhao for Nomadland. Yeah, interestingly, there are like 2 female directors in this category alone, which is a massive game changer, and she could, like I said earlier in my previous video, she could be the second ever female to win Best Director after Catherine Bigelow for the movie Hurt Locker. Yeah, I will just say I'm not just betting cash on it. I'm betting my organs on this, on that she's going to win. For best original screenplay, there's Judas and the Blackness of Desire, Minari, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of Chicago 7. Again, I think it's just on the sole purpose of hype and how brilliant the screenplay was. The Trial of Chicago 7, it looks like it's going to be a very solid win for Aaron Sorkin. I think his second win after Social Network, but yeah. For Best Adapted Screenplay, Borat subsequent movie film, The Father, Nomadland, The One Night in Miami, and The White Tiger. A very surprise addition for The White Tiger, which only just recently came out on Netflix, which I need to check out. And Sacha Baron Cohen with his second nomination of the night and third in his career. But again, this is the night that Chloe Zhao will never forget, and it's going for Nomadland. Yet another win in the bag for Nomadland. For Best International Film, there's Another Round, Better Days, Collective, The Man Who Sold His Skin, ew, and Kuon van Dor's Interna. I think given that Best Director nomination, I think it's going to go to Denmark's Another Round. And it's also considered, and it's also my film teacher said it's his favourite film of the year, or one of his favourite film of the years. And over the Best Animated Film, category I'm actually more familiar with this year, which is a little bit sad. There's Onward, Over the Moon, Shaun the Sheep, Farmageddon, Soul, and Wolfwalkers. Onward being the last film I think anyone watched before the cinemas were shut down. Shaun the Sheep the movie, which I think the movie just came out like a year and a half ago, like back at 2019, but it did premiere on Netflix in 2020 in the United States, so bit of a loophole that Shaun the Sheep may have caught himself in. Soul, I think this is going to be a very definite win for the movie Soul, but I am kinda hoping, but not going to happen, but for Wolfwalkers to win that category. But it's kind of a bit of a long shot that Wolfwalkers going to win, but it's a Soul win for Soul. For documentary feature, there's Collective, Crip Camp, The Mole Agent, My Octopus Teacher, Time. Yeah, Time, which I'm hearing a lot of good things about, and it's on Prime at the moment. And Crip Camp being produced by Michelle and Barack Obama. I think it's going to go for Time, given there is some amount of hype behind the film, well, the documentary already. For Best Editing, there's The Father, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, and Sound of Metal, and Trial of Chicago 7. I think it's going to go for Trial of Chicago 7, like I said, about the inter-editing, which I really liked about the movie. And for Best Cinematography, there's Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, A New World, Nomadland, and Trial of Chicago 7. I think it's going to be a Nomadland win just on the photography of the film, but I am a little bit fond of more contemporary black and white movies like Mank, which is on there this year. But I think it's going to be a win for Nomadland. For Best Score, there's The Five Blood with its only nomination. There's Mank, Minari, News of the World, and Soul. There is already 2 nominations already for Trent Reznor and Artemis Ross from the band Nine Inch Nail for this category already this year, and they could be winning their second Oscar after The Social Network, either through Mank or Soul. But I think out of all the 5 films on this category, I think it's going to go for Pixar's Soul, which could be Pixar's second win at the Best Score category after Up, which is also directed by Pete Docter. And Best Song, there's Fight For You from Judas and the Black Messiah, Hear My Voice, Trial of Chicago 7, Hörspielkick for Eurovision Song Contest with the Will Ferrell comedy, Scene, The Life Ahead, and Speak Now, One Night in Miami. I think it could be a Speak Now for One Night in Miami. I think it's going to be a solid win for that one. For Best Sound, there's Greyhound, Mank, News of the World, Soul, and Sound of Metal. I think this is going to be the first time ever they're just going to ditch the sound editing one and replace the sound mixing with just Best Sound, or they're just going to merged the two with Best Sound and Editing into the Best Sound category, but I'm not sure what they did this year, but it's very interesting, which is just combined the two awards, just presuming just to loan a runtime, I guess. Yeah, I think it was 1 year where there was just the exact same films for best sound and best editing, best sound mixing, editing, the exact same films. I think it's for 2018 Oscars. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just Google it. I think back to the this year. I think it's going to go to The Sound of Metal. For best visual effects, there's Love and Monsters, The Midnight Sky, Mulan, The One and Only Ivan, and Tenet. Yeah, I think it's going to go to Tenet. The one film everyone watched when the pandemic hit in cinemas. That one film apparently everyone watched. And there's Mulan, which did garner some major controversies, but it looks like it's got one of its two nominations under the bag, even despite very 50-50 reviews. For production design, there's The Father, Ma Rainey's Black Button, Mank, News of the World, and Tenet. I'm thinking this one, it's going to be a hands down win. It's going to go to Mank. Yeah, just because I like the sets and how many of them are there in the film and how much of a world they've built out of the 4 films I've seen in this category. And also, I haven't seen The Father, but I understand why it got a nomination. For costuming work, there's Emma, Ma Rainey's Black Button, Mank, Mulan, and Pinocchio. The latter, Pinocchio, I can tell is not a Disney remake, but an Italian film with Roberto Benigni. Not the sequel to that unanimously panned film from 20 years ago, but it has them, but not as Pinocchio. But I think costuming work goes. I kind of want to see Ma Rainey's Black Button win this one. A pretty solid win for one. For best makeup and hairstyling, there's Emma, Hillbilly Egley, Ma Rainey's Black Button, Mank, and Pinocchio. Yeah, I think this one is going to be Ma Rainey's Black Button. I kind of want to see the makeup crew win for this one. Yeah, because I think in my head I gave him like 3 solid wins already. And last, and certainly not least, the short film category. There's documentary, animation, and live action. First, the animated short film, there's Borrow, Genius Loca, If Anything Happens, I Love You, Opera, and Yes People. Again, about all these movies, I haven't seen any of them, but please go watch them and make up your own mind about them. But I think judging by the title, I think I want to go with If Anything Happens, I Love You. For live action short film, there's Feeling Through, The Letter Room, The Present, Two Distant Strangers, and White Eye. I think Two Distant Strangers sounds like a narrative, but yeah. Well, sounds like something I want to be invested in, but yeah. And documentary shorts, there's Colette, The Consino is a Conversation, Do Not Split, Hunger Ward, and A Love Song for Lashla. I think I want to see Do Not Split win. And there you have it. These are my thoughts on the Oscar nominations. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, like this video, and this is Elijah Wells, and bye.